Hey friends, welcome back to Guess What? Compliance Can Be Simple. I'm your host, Dr. Natasha Guess, and today we're taking your compliance journey one level deeper. Episode 6 was all about building team habits. Episode 7 is about building something even more powerful, a compliance system that transforms chaos into clarity and panic into confidence. Every practice I've ever supported, from med spas to behavioral health to optometry clinics, has one thing in common. They're busy, really busy. And when things get busy, compliance becomes reactive instead of intentional. But that's exactly when audits happen. That's exactly when findings hit. And that's exactly when gaps show up. Let's be honest. Small practices don't struggle because they don't care. They struggle because they're operating in survival mode. You've got patient schedules, staffing issues, billing, credentialing, prior authorizations, charting, and somewhere in that entire storm, compliance is expected to be perfect. But chaos doesn't happen because people are careless. Chaos happens because systems were never designed to support the level of work being asked of them. When processes live in people's heads, you get inconsistency. When documentation isn't standardized, you get missing pieces. When everyone assumes someone else handled it, you get exposure. One of my clients, a solo provider running a growing primary care practice, told me, Natasha, I feel like I'm doing 100 things right and 100 things wrong at the same time. And she was right. She had all the right intentions, but no intentional consistency, no internal consistency. So we started small. We turned what she thought were tasks into actual systems, not complicated ones. Simple, repeatable, and clear. We created a monthly compliance rhythm, a quarterly audit rhythm, a documentation workflow, a privacy communication workflow, bite sized structures that reduce decision fatigue. And here's where the confidence comes in. Once she had systems, compliance stopped being something she feared and became something she controlled. Let me give you three things that shows what true compliance systems look like. One, system reduce emotional decision making. I mean, a lot of compliance decisions are emotional. Fear, uncertainty, there's insecurity, and there's even confusion. When a practice doesn't know what to do, it freezes. But systems replace emotion with clarity. When decisions are predetermined through structure, you act instead of react. Principle 2. Systems make your practice audit readable every day, not just once a year. A true compliance system isn't a January project or an emergency scramble. It runs quietly, consistently, behind the scenes. It's reliable, it's predictable, and that's exactly what auditors expect. Predictable processes, not last minute fixes. Principle 3. Systems empower your team to protect the practice with you. Compliance stops being overwhelming when everyone has a clear role within the system. Not just tasks, actual roles. Not just reminders, ownership. Systems turn team members from bystanders into guardians of compliance. Think about that. Guardians of compliance. They're not just bystanding. Now, here's where most practices go wrong. Here's the mistake that many practices that I've seen make. They tried to copy systems from large hospitals or corporate clinics. But those systems were never built for small teams. They're too heavy, too complex, too expensive, and too time consuming. Small practices need lean compliance systems. It has to be simple, flexible, it has to be efficient. Systems that take minutes, not hours. Systems that grow with you instead of draining you. And yes, small systems can meet CMS requirements, HIPAA requirements, and payer expectations. In fact, auditors, they often find simple, clean structures preferable because they reveal clarity. So, to help some of my clients, or most of my clients, move from chaos to confidence, my team uses a small framework. Very simple. 1, identify your risk. Then create a small, repeatable habit. Next, assign a clear owner. Document the process. Review it quarterly. And improve it once a year. That is it. The whole system. The entire system. 6 steps. Compliance doesn't have to be complicated. It has to be intentional every time. Now, take a moment to ask yourself, what part of your practice feels the most chaotic? Is it your patient flow? Your documentation? Is it training logs? Would it be your BAAs? How about risk assessments? That's your entry point, your entire entry point. So I need you this week to pick one area, just one. Do not overwhelm yourselves trying to do 2 or 3. Just one. And ask, what is the smallest system we can create to make this predictable? Have a meeting with your team. Throw this idea around. Ask for their input. And then take action. That's exactly how confidence begins. To help you create your first system, download the Compliance Confidence Starter Sheet at guestcomplianceconsultantllc.com. It's simple, clear, and it's designed for small practices that want big clarity. And remember, you do not need perfection. You need structure. You need rhythm. You need clarity. And you deserve to feel confident in your compliance. Until next time, keep it simple, keep it structured, and keep building confidence.